I adore you.
Well, let's go to Portugal, he said. We'll have a great time. We'll chill out, live a more relaxing lifestyle, be sunny and easygoing and relaxing.
Yeah.
And today, a state of emergency is declared in our new homeland. Welcome to the Portugal Pillow Talk Diaries, the Covid-19 Diaries of the Good Morning Portugal team. Me, Carl Munson, and Louisa Munson next to me. Normally, Pillow Talk, because we're talking as we round up and reflect on the day of managing in this new situation, but we're still on a sofa, so there's a bit of a sofa surf tonight. How are you doing?
I'm okay, thanks. To be fair, if we were still in the UK, we might be in a similar situation. I mean, maybe not tonight, but...
Oh, I'm forgiven, am I, for this idea?
For moving to Portugal, yeah.
Good. That's good to know. So, yeah, I was at the little store today. I shopped well, I think, a week or so ago, possibly, and went back today to find people. It looked like some kind of dogging thing in the car park. Loads of people just standing around idly, but they were waiting to go into the shop. A few in and a few out, and stood there, had my mask on, had my gloves on. It felt really weird. And shopped. It's very civilized, actually, being in the little supermarket in such refined circumstances. And people are very good-natured, but the massive clearings where the pasta and toilet paper used to be, that's such a hallmark of this time, isn't it? The empty space where toilet paper used to be. And just this mystery of why it is people are desperate to have toilet paper. In this country of all countries, where every house has at least one bidet per room.
Yeah, it's a bit bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah. So what have you been up to today then? What's on your mind tonight? Normally we have an alliterative list, don't we?
Yeah.
But not much rhymes with state of emergency, does it? Emergency.
What does rhyme with emergency?
Orange. No. They both don't rhyme with each other.
Have we got anything that rhymes with state? Plate, fate, great.
Well, states and fates, I guess. But
We had a nice plate of food tonight that you made.
We did. We're eking out every dish as far as we can go. Chicken's always good, isn't it, for several meals? But let's see if we can get 27 meals out of that last chicken that we bought, rather than just the usual 7.
Yeah.
Take it into double figures at least.
Yeah. Well, me and are you out of breath?
It's not a symptom.
Are you short of breath? A shortness of breath is a symptom.
I'm just sat hunched up on the sofa a little bit. I'm sat next to you, that's why I'm short of breath.
Me and the littlest one, because I started making sourdough.
Yeah.
Which traditionally I'm pretty pants at, I'll be honest.
No one looks forward to your bread, it has to be said.
No, and it's been quite a few years since I've had a sourdough culture on the go. When we were living in Devon, it was pretty sour, wasn't it?
Well, in every respect, but these are the times when the sourdough is probably going to make a comeback. I mean,
so I thought
baking at home.
So I thought, you know what, going to a bread shop here is like suicide, because everyone's going to want to go there, irrespective of what kind of state of emergency.
No, that's the sort of thing that causes panic.
Okay, sorry.
Is it a high likelihood of infection because of the heavy traffic, right? Footfall.
Yeah, I was just thinking it's like a social hub.
It's like the in the times of cholera, the pump, the hand pump, and how cholera was stopped by everybody not touching it. They took the pump away, didn't they? They took the handle away or whatever it was on the water pump. So you're thinking if people stop going to bakeries, that could be quite a good strategy.
That's not.
Right?
I mean, you're leading me there. I wasn't suggesting that.
You do have a fear of bakeries, though, by the sound of it.
No, I just thought. You know what? Let's see.
Glutophobia.
Let's see if I can actually make sourdough.
Oh yeah.
And so I started making the starter yesterday. And each day, like for the first 5 days or so, until the starter really gets into gear, you want to like ditch half of it and save the rest and feed it. That's what you do. So you're like taking half it away, feeding the rest. So with
It's a living thing.
Yeah, hopefully.
Which we then eat, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not quite living yet. And so with the bit that I took away today, I added some flour in and made some chapatis with my daughter.
It went well, because we had the chicken curry and homemade chapatis. Good effort.
Yeah, and then tonight on the internet, I saw a chapati recipe where someone put spirulina or
People always have to do stuff like that, don't they?
But could you imagine
noticed
green chapatis? They look pretty cool. The kids would love that.
Do you think so? I'm not sure. Like really green and purple foods, I don't think work especially well. But we'll see. We've got to try all these things. I've noticed there are chia seeds in the pan scour again.
Oh dear.
The hallmark of a vegan household normally.
Yeah.
You can never get rid of those bloated chia seeds, can you?
Yeah.
So that's good.
They're a bit jellyish, aren't they?
Bread being made in the house again, flatbread albeit, but I like it. I really enjoyed it, and there's some leftovers. What else have we been up to today? Because we have very busy days, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, and how do you think the state of emergency is going to affect it? Oh, yeah, that was the other thing that happened today. Is we had our own little emergency because I heard this noise outside the house, and I think, why is there a tractor on the pavement outside the house? And it's only the blooming herbicide, DDT, whatever they call it. What's that stuff called? Roundup. I think they still use that here, don't they? Mm. It was the Roundup sprayer. So I quickly scrambled the kids inside the house and the pets, thinking, I mean, they were going at it in quite an industrial way, spraying all the, it's calcada it's called, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the little stones, cobbles outside, because the weeds obviously grow in all the cracks, and the quickest way to deal with it is with, I don't know, I think it is Roundup, because they came back and put a sign up later on to say they'd used herbicide. But yeah, got everyone inside the house. But that was quite scary, wasn't it? Like just scrabbling around and getting everybody inside to get away from the herbicide fumes. So there was
that might be why you're a bit short of breath.
Let's hope that's it.
Yeah.
So there's a drama of the state of emergency, but it actually seems like we've had a fairly easygoing day today, which I suppose is how it'll be for people, right? As you know,
I sat on my computer about 4 days ago, didn't I? 5 days ago.
When you say sat on your computer, that's not as you put in an extended work session. You literally sat on it, didn't you?
Yeah, I tripped over a toy and a dog and whatever.
Yeah,
and
I actually mimed that to the guy in the computer shop. You doing that?
Well, even with an almost state of emergency, the computer shop turned it around real quick. I thought we were going to have to wait ages.
Absolutely brilliant.
For a new screen to come in.
Yeah.
And we picked it up today, or you picked it up today.
Well, that was the big trip out, wasn't it? Computer shop to get the new screen on computers. Working all right, is it?
Yeah.
Bootcom, fantastic company. Nanadia in Portugal. They're online. They're mail order company. Really, really good. Really, really helpful. They sent me a text to say it was really, really excellent service, actually. And on that trip, went to the Lidl as well, and then went to the kind of, what they call the not farmer's market, but the outdoor shop. And what's it called?
Don't know.
Country store. Mm-hmm. Country store, yeah. Well, they've got loads of plants and chickens. We're thinking of buying chickens. I don't know what anyone else thinks about that who listens to this podcast, whether it's a good idea to get chickens or not. It's a bit kind of 50-50 for us because we're not experienced, which could cause us a lot of problems. But they had some chickens for sale there, and we've got some compost planting up still, aren't we?
Yeah.
Did you get some plants in later on tonight?
Yeah. And I sort of companion planted our veggies.
That's got to be better than rows of monoculture, right?
Oh, yeah. But,
These are normal sound effects of the Pillow Talk podcast.
It is.
Serious yawning going on.
Yeah, I guess with the state of emergency being launched, it occurs to me like the state of emergency, I think, is up to 15 days, isn't it? And then it can be extended. But
that's clever.
If the incubation period is 15 days, I can't imagine for 1 minute that it would just be 15 days because that's not long enough to test, to eliminate the outside chances of someone being infected on the day before it starts and symptoms coming out. It's a
clever way of managing a population, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's what we should do with the kids at Christmas. You should say, it might be Christmas in 15 days' time, but we'll review it again when that happens.
But I suspect it's, we're going to be in a state of emergency for more than 15 days. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, you don't know so much about where your future is. I mean, to be fair, we don't anyway. Things could change at a moment's notice. But
yeah, this just has made that more apparent, hasn't it?
But like normally we walk around going da 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 da, not having any faint idea about all the different disasters.
She actually really does walk around doing that.
Yeah, yeah. But it just seems kind of real that we need to be really prepared for as much as for all different eventualities. So we're upping our game with our growing. So we know that we've got at least a few leaves to be able to eat. Like I said to Carl,
I don't know why I'm laughing.
I'm really sort of like eyeing up the nettle patch in the back garden just in case that.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that the DDT guys that went past today didn't.
Well, do us a favour. Hey, got rid of those nettles. Oh, that was the other lovely thing that happened today.
What?
Had one of those wonderful conversations with somebody in the street who, and I only understood about 10% of it. And it's really wonderful how some people just keep going anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's obviously the look on my face must say, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on. And this guy persisted, and he was really enjoying communicating with the kids over the fence. And then he came back with 2 bottles of wine, didn't he?
Yeah.
For us, he's given us a bottle of red wine, obviously homebrew, and a bottle of like badged up spumante as well. Which is so kind. I barely know the guy. He's working on the old St. Christopher water pump. Yeah, second mention of water pump tonight. Down the street, and he just walked past and started talking, came back with 2 bottles of wine. Very Portuguese. Really cool. I offered him a beer, but he wasn't having it, and he just came back with 2 bottles of wine.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
I think that's probably...
You dried up?
Yeah.
Bit personal. Okay. Let's leave it there. And we really would love to hear how you're getting on as well. There's space in the Stay Positive Portugal group on Facebook, which is part of the Good Morning Portugal franchise of our live stream podcast and YouTube channel. It really would be great to hear how everyone else is dealing with this, and a bit of an audio diary, or the comments, whatever. If you want to shout out back to us what you're doing, how you're coping, and any hacks, secret weapons, whatever you've got. Obviously, you probably won't tell us if it's a secret weapon, but just the things that are making life fun, and how you're preparing yourself, and what's difficult and what's easy, and some of the nice things probably that are occurring at the moment as well. Yeah, because we're in the festive perineum, aren't we, at the moment? That same feeling.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the bit in between where you don't know what day it is anymore. I think we're getting there, and I think people are. It's the conditions are there for people to truly relax, obviously, and that's difficult with a sense of anxiety and chaos around. But when you forget that that's what's going on, and where we are, it's easy to forget, isn't it? How it looks outside the house is how it looked 6 months ago. I mean, the weather's changed, but the street is the same. The birds are singing, and the dogs are running up and down the street. They don't know about this thing, and there are these eternal moments where it could be any time and anything could be going on, but there is this stillness and beauty. We had that this morning, didn't we? When you said, the sun's really nice, let's just sit down for a minute. Really lovely. A brief moment of peace and beauty in the mix of all of this. So, take care. Boa sorte, saúde, até logo.
Bye for now.